Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakat Kodash. Double honor to the apostles, the bishops, the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, mercy, and safety to all of the Akim on the highways and byways, preaching the word in sincerity and in truth, and a healthy shalom to the elect. My name is Rawai, and I'm back with another quick lesson through the Spirit. Lord willing, it is edifying. All right, I seen somebody put out a memo that DMV is being shut down for a quick minute, and I wanted to make sure I fact check it. I did so, and it is very, very true. It is very, very true. As you see here from Google, all New York State DMV offices, including online and phone services, will shut down starting 2 p.m. on Friday, February 13th. All right, so February 13th, February 13th, the DMV will shut down. Okay? And it will remain closed for 4 days, okay, through February 17th. All right, it says for a major system upgrade. Okay, now, what is the DMV office? I mean, you.
And the Lord actually did honor that prayer.
Salakia.
So I dreamed that.
Salakia. Let me go here real quick. Just for extra edification. I know something's going to come out that will be helpful. Everybody should know what the DMV is. It is it's the Department of Motor Vehicle, of course. It is where they issue driver's licenses, they register vehicles. Okay, you pay your tickets, right? It regulates vehicle safety, compliance, and things of that nature. Right? The purpose of the DMV, and I'm reading over here on my other phone, the purpose is to oversee motor vehicle registration and driver licensing. All right. Also, it says issuing driver's licenses, learner's permits, and photo IDs. Okay. Heavy on the photo IDs. That's what I was looking for. All right. Let's see. What else? That's really it. I got what I wanted. It also says it regulates vehicle safety and compliance, including license plates and whatever. All right, cool. So the DMV is known for these particular things, but the photo IDs are something that we've been hearing about for a while. We've been hearing about the digital ID coming down the pipe, and if I was a betting man, I would say that this has a lot to do with the digital ID and more. All right. This has something to do with the digital ID and more. This devil is shutting down all New York State DMV offices. Okay. Including the online service and phone services. So DMV will be shut down for 4 days, starting 2 p.m. on Friday to February 13th. And that's a big deal, man. That's a big deal because a lot can happen. A lot can happen. There's a lot of things that go through that DMV, man, in New York City. Again, like I just mentioned, we do know about the digital ID that they have been pushing in some countries, some different places around the planet, around the globe. And this is just something that we need to blow the trumpet on. All right, let's read. Let me get a precept. Let me get a precept real quick because this devil ain't low, and this could something could happen. We know that this devil be behind the scenes doing shit, right? Whether he shuts down the DMV offices or shuts down a phone company for a couple of hours and things like that. And now we know he's still working behind the scenes, but it's very important to note, man, about this shutdown for 4 days. All right. Let me get a precept real quick. Classic precept. All right. This is Ecclesiasticus 12:10. It says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Let me do something real quick. Salakia. Let me see something. Salakia, give me a sec. I'll just read 11. Ecclesiasticus 12 and 11. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. Right. So you got to beware. All right. This devil, the so-called white man Esau Edom, is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Okay. He is the enemy that the Bible speaks of. All right. And what Esau typically does is, portrays himself as the good guy. All right. The harmless good guy. But we know that that's not the case. It says, yet take good heed and beware of him. Be on point. Watch this devil's move. Watch what he does. Don't get caught slipping. All right. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. All right. So be on point for this goddamn devil Esau Edom. He tries to hide himself. He tries to hide his dirt. All right. But he is the devil that the Bible speaks of. And we are to be on point. We are to watch this man, watch his moves, watch his deception. And we ought to never trust Esau Edom in his system. Okay. So with this DMV shutting down for 4 days, we are almost certain that there is ill intent and wickedness behind this. Okay. Now, what people may say is, okay, he could be up in the technology. You damn straight he up in the technology. That's what's happening. But what's behind something that may be looked at as harmless as up in the technology, fixing up things and getting things, flowing better. No, this goddamn devil has war in his heart, like the scriptures say. Okay. And we ought to never trust this devil. So let's keep reading. Key details regarding the shutdown. What's the reason they are shutting the offices down? All over New York. So you have New York City, you have New York State. New York State makes New York a larger place, right? Because they name particular places outside of New York, which makes New York bigger. So not only in New York City are the DMV offices shutting down. This is all over New York State. What's the reason? The system upgrade replaces outdated, decades-old technology with a new consolidated platform to improve efficiency. Like I just said, nothing wrong with that, right? People would say, no, they got to get the technology up. It's the shit is old. It says outdated, right? Decade-old technology with a new consolidated platform to improve efficiency, right? Harmless, right? No, never trust thine enemy. Okay, we know what we're entering into. Okay, a digital system, a digital age, a digital world, right? Which ultimately, at the end of that, will be they'll need a system in place that can govern and operate, okay, AI technology, okay, and ultimately the RFID microchip prophesied in Revelation. That's what's happening here. That's what we're watching. So it's not a harmless upgrade. All right. What's the impact? All in-person, phone, and online services will be unavailable, including license renewals and registration services. Well, that causes a shit show in itself, right? People can't pay bills. So that what they're saying is, watch this. Residents are urged to complete necessary transactions before this date. What are some necessary transactions? You may have a deadline where you got to pay a bill, or your shit gets suspended. You got to pay it before this date. They're pushing people to pay this. So it's gonna be some shit for a lot of people. All right, and that's just Esau Edom. He don't give a goddamn. If you wind up suspended, you got to come back and clear it up because of this shutdown. But anyway, be as it may, this is very, very important, and this is something that we're watching through the spirit. This ain't just they upgrading the system. No, we're blowing the trumpet. Okay. letting it be known what's really going on behind the scenes, which we're 100% clear. This is a technology thing. It says it here. All right. But we know ultimately they're setting up the system so this place can thrive off this new digital world that they are implementing. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Oh, this is important. This is the first phase. The first phase. You got to watch Esau in these words, man. Watch this, devil. This is the first phase of a modernization effort to upgrade 30 million records. Okay, with another major upgrade scheduled for 2028. Let me get this preset real quick. All right. Sounds cool, right? Sounds like not a big deal, you know. System upgrade. We wanna install new technology, right? It's decades old, as it says up here, right? No problem. Psalms 55 and 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet they were drawn swords. Okay. So, hey, starting 2 p.m. on Friday, February 13th, DMV's closing for 4 days. Handle your transactions before this date. Not a problem, right? No. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. Okay. What they're doing is setting up a digital platform, okay, so they can easily usher in, okay, the digital world, which again ultimately leads to the mass implementation of the RFID microchip. All right. That's the bottom line. All right. So Esau and this devil and his system, they're going to come across as kind, as no, it's all good. We're just upgrading the system. No, they want to chip you. They want to kill you and chip you. Bottom line. And they want you to go against your power. Okay. They want to brand you. They want to mark you. That's war in his heart. Okay. They want to put you in subjection to them. That's Esau Edom. That's what we're witnessing here. Okay. This is just a small part of it. And I just wanted to blow the trumpet on it through the spirit. All right. Let me type in something real quick. I want to type in how many people live in New York State. Let's see what the count is. What do they have? All right, now. Got it. This is important. It says, as of 2024-2025 estimates, the population of New York State is approximately 19.8 million to 20 million. So roughly 20 million people, all right, in New York State. Now, we just read, this is the first phase of a modernization effort to upgrade 30 million records. So I think there should be one record, I guess, filed to one person, one record, right? Hey, they about to flip this shit upside down, man. This is the first phase of a modernization effort to upgrade 30 million records with another major upgrade scheduled for 2028. I don't want to leave that out. All right. Another major upgrade is scheduled for 2028. So listen, through the spirit, the bottom line is they are setting this whole place up, Babylon the Great, in other parts of the world, to be able to mass implement, and operate, okay, digital technology, which again, we're going to keep saying it. We're going to keep saying it like our lives depend on it, because they do. It does. Okay. So they can mass implement the RFID microchip. Okay. Bottom line, that's the goal. All right. And this is another step forward. Okay. This is another step towards it. And you got these motherfucking niggas out here pumping lies to their congregation. This is, hey, we live in, hey, let it be what it's going to be. It is what it is, man. You have to see that what they're doing. You have to see what they're doing. Get another precept real quick. Yep, just read Psalms. Yeah, because again, people take these things and they don't take things serious, man. Nobody looks at the root of what goes on around them. Right? The people are just surface level people. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we're dealing with. It says, let me read 2 Corinthians 2:11, classic scripture. All right, which applies to a lot of different things, but this definitely. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Right. So we know Esau Edom, he moves like a damn demon, like a devil, and he's very slick and sly. All right. But with all of the New York State DMV offices shutting down, we're not ignorant to what's going on. We're not ignorant to what Esau's doing on the planet Earth. We know for sure. All right. That their reason, okay, is rooted in wickedness. Okay. I might title this lesson that. All right. Their reason is rooted in wickedness. All right. It says, again, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. All right. So we are on point. We know what Esau's doing out here. We're watching him and we're calling him out. The elder bro said it during one of his lessons. Said we snitching on bitch ass E. All right. And our witnesses, our witness protection is Yahweh Bashim Yahushua and the angels, man. So we good. We all right. We all right. F this fucking dirt bomb. All right. Esau Edom. Let's see. I got one more. Let me bring this out. This is Micah 2:1. And it reads, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. All right. So destruction to them that devise iniquity. We know they are setting up a digital world. Okay. For wicked reasons, for evil. There's an evil purpose behind what they're doing, because the world is looking at it as, no, we're going to make everything more convenient. It's going to be a digital world. We're going to be good. Things are going to go faster. Right. No. It's an evil agenda behind what this devil is doing. All right. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. Right. Work evil upon their beds. Okay. The ultimate plan is an evil plan. It's not a fucking a convenient plan, so to speak. Okay. Yeah. Conveniently get your ass chipped. All right. That's what they're setting up. Yeah, we're going to make it easy to chip these niggas, man. It says, and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. Right. So from sun up to sundown, this devil is devising iniquity, man, and working evil. All right. It says because it is in the power of their hand. Right. They have the power right now. Scriptures say the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. All right, they got it. They got it for now. Oh, you got it right now. All right. And all they do with it is destroy, kill, maim, lie, poison. That's all they do with their power that they have. All right. Hey, well, we calling it out, man. We calling it out. So destruction to you devils. Just wanted to put this on wax for anybody who comes across this lesson. You may not be aware. Handle your business before it says. Let me just bring that out, because we want to warn the flock, but we also want to share the pertinent information. Yeah, if you got to handle some shit at DMV, handle that shit before the 13th. Before this devil pops back up with a whole brand new digital system, because that's what's happening, man. And we know we're one step closer to the mark again. This is very, very serious, man. So we want to report on it through the Spirit, Lord willing. You were edified and call halal Yahweh. Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. If you get anything from this lesson, please know and understand the name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh. The name of His only begotten Son is Yahweh Shai. Those are the names we call on now and in that dreadful day. Shalom.